is Moonlight? For 12 years, the world has asked that question. And for 12 years, no one has known the answer. Until now. My name is Wanda, and I'm 12. I attend middle school in a small town where I live with my family. I live on a nice street, in a nice neighborhood, and until 3 weeks ago, I would have told you that I am just an ordinary girl living an ordinary life. By now, you are probably asking, why does it look like I've been in a war? This all started several weeks ago when I began attending a new school. But to really understand how I got here, I will need to take you back even further. 12 years ago, to the day when the darkness came. It was a warm July day when out of nowhere, a dark spot appeared in the sky and began to block the sun. No one knew what this was, where it came from, or why. It just was. And it was blocking our sun. As the days passed, the dark demon, as it came to be called, only grew larger. And with each day, the world became colder, and life as we know it on Earth began to slowly die. Scientists, governments, and militaries the world over struggled to understand what this was and over what to do about it. But everything tried to combat it failed, as every satellite or plane that went near it was destroyed, and every rocket and missile fired at it was consumed without effect. Everyone despaired, as it seems this dark demon would destroy the earth and everyone on it, and nothing could save us. But then, on the third day, again out of nowhere, a blazing fireball suddenly appeared in the sky. Traveling at tremendous speed, it was headed directly for the dark demon. And so it was. On July 10th, at exactly 11:34 a.m., the mysterious fireball collided with the dark demon and blasted it from the sky. The flash from the explosion that followed was so bright that many who saw it were blinded for days. It was as if all the 3 lost days of sunlight meant to shine on the earth were released in that moment. But tremendous fireballs too rained down on earth, causing enormous damage and casualties. But the terrifying ordeal was over, and the world, it seemed, was saved for now. But perhaps the greatest shock of all came a few days later, when it was revealed that one of the few surviving satellites had managed to take a photo of the blazing comet moments before impact. And the world was stunned to see the image of what appeared to be a young woman at the center of the fiery blaze. Then scientists traced her trajectory back to the surface of the moon. And with that, the world began calling this mysterious young girl Moonlight. And the question, who is Moonlight, was on the lips of every person on Earth. But back to me, Wanda. You are probably wondering, what does any of this have to do with me? Why am I in a police station? And why are all these people staring at me? Like I'm some kind of alien. did I end up here? And what does any of this have to do with Moonlight? Well, by a strange coincidence, I was born the same day that Moonlight made her heroic sacrifice. Well, I was not born. So much is discovered along with 4 other girls just after the Rain of Fire, not far from where we now live. And our discovery was front page news. Well, as much as one could be after the battle in the sky. A frantic search for our parents was began, but nothing was found, and so it was assumed that they perished in the rain of fire that followed the dark demon's destruction. But then, when our pictures were shown to the public, no other relatives came forward, and nothing was ever found that could explain our sudden appearance. It was as if my sisters and I fell from the sky. Now I say sisters, but the doctors that examined us said that we were so completely different from each other that we could not possibly be related. In time, we were fostered out to local families. And in time, those arrangements became permanent, and we became just another unsolved mystery, a curiosity and nothing more. The world had more to think about than the mysterious origins of 5 baby girls. And although we all grew up in the same town, I never really met the others until 3 weeks ago, when I began attending the same school as them. They had been going to the same school for years and apparently knew each other well, so I felt like the outsider, but I was still curious to meet my so-called sisters and see what they were like. And that brings me back to that first day of school. In life, there are not many things more intimidating than walking into a new school for the first time, and having to enter that classroom was so hard. It took me almost a minute to open the door. The teacher immediately brought me to the front and introduced me to the other students.
This is our new student, Wanda.
I just felt exposed and lost. But then I looked over and noticed 4 girls sitting on one side of the room, and I knew instantly it was them. In that moment, I felt a strange shiver go right through me, as if something inside me woke up for the first time. They were staring at me hard, and strange as that sounds, it felt like they were trying to read my mind. The teacher was asking me questions, but I could not answer, because I was in a trance that I couldn't break.
Hello?
Hello, Wanda. Hello.
Wanda, please snap out of it. Okay, class, that's enough. Settle down. Okay, Wanda, please take your seat.
I tried to focus on the lesson, but again had the strange sensation that the girls were trying to probe my mind and read my thoughts. I began to resist, which I felt only made them try harder. It was like someone was trying to crack my mind open. And before I realized what I was doing, stop that!
Oh my god, what a freak. What is her problem?
Here it was barely 10 minutes into my first day, and I already felt humiliated, exhausted, and there was a strange feeling of excitement that I could not explain. Little did I know it, but soon, this day would get a whole lot stranger. Where is Moonlight? And will we ever see her again? Was she destroyed along with the dark demon? Wanda. Oh yeah. Later that day, while I was sitting alone at lunch, I began hearing voices in my head. Wanda, come here. What? Who said that? I should have felt like I was going crazy, but I didn't feel that way at all. It all felt strangely normal, like I was talking to myself. This way, follow my voice. I wanted to say out loud, "Where are you?" But I also didn't want anyone else staring at me today. Come inside. I don't know why I wasn't worried. What?
You see, guys? I told you so.
What's going on?
Everything is fine, Wanda. It's just that we need to talk. We need to talk.
What?
We need to talk.
Oh, okay.
Who are you?
I'm Wanda.
Yeah, sure. Who are you really?
This is General Jones. 12 years ago, he led the world's military response that tried and failed to destroy the Dark Demon. Ever since, he has been trying to make sense of what happened and is determined to stop it from happening again. He has a lot of questions for me, but there is one particular question he hopes I have the answer to.
Are you Moonlight?
How is that even possible?
I would have said it's not possible until we caught you inside this secret facility.
Oh, I see.
So how did you get inside?
That's a good question. But the truth is, I'm a little bit uncertain myself. I remember I came here for something important. Something very important. And then I woke up here and
And what? I think you were trying to steal the Blue Moonstone. Do you know what it is?
I think I don't want to have this conversation.
Oh, really? Well, you're gonna talk to us. Believe me.
I was taught that I have the right to remain silent, and I also have the right to an attorney.
Listen, freak. Here, you don't have any rights.
I'm pretty sure any lawyer would disagree.
Well, you're not getting a lawyer, but if you did, they would tell you to cooperate.
I don't think they would.
Trust me, he would tell you to cooperate with us.
Well, why don't we ask...
Just stop. I told you, you ain't getting no lawyer.
What General Jones doesn't know is that my uncle is a lawyer. And if he was here, I know exactly what he would tell me.
You should remain silent. They will use anything you say against you. Also, you're a minor, and they can't talk to you without your parents or a lawyer present.
However, I have a feeling that none of this matters to General Jones. Are you gonna violate my civil rights?
Okay, everybody, clear the room.
Yup, here comes the moment of truth.
Listen, freak, you better talk to us, or we will make you talk.
And how would you do that exactly?
We have our ways. Do you care to find out how, or will you cooperate?
So you will violate my civil rights?
Listen, freak, you may fool some people, but you don't fool me. And as far as I'm concerned, you don't have any rights. So I'll ask you one last time, talk, or we will make you talk.
Seriously?
I don't think you understand the situation. if you think I'm gonna sit here and let
Well,
some alien
I tried.
freak
I guess
lie
I
to
hoped I would
think they're gonna
convince
get away
him
with
to
it.
let me go, because the last thing I want is to bring any more attention on myself. But I guess that ship has sailed. Still, the thing I have to do now is going to make the general so angry that he will unleash on me the worst kind of unwanted attention there is in the form of a global manhunt. But at this point, I don't really have a choice. I am not your enemy.
Then prove it and talk.
I don't think so, and I'm gonna go now.
You're not going anywhere.
Lawyers are right. Sometimes it really is best to just remain silent.
So now you are gonna tell me who is Moon.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at that. Someone just fainted. Oh, and there goes another one.
Where did she go?
As you will soon learn, around me,
Moonlight.
this happens a lot. Maybe I should have stayed and answered some of their questions. They really do mean well and just want to protect the Earth. However, the truth is, they can't help me. And they can't help me in the fight that is coming. But now that General Jones knows about me, he will be searching for me everywhere. And it's just a matter of time before he finds me again. It's just one more thing I have to worry about. And I have a lot to worry about already. But 3 weeks ago, I did not know any of this. And neither did I know that I was about to enter into one of the most dark and dangerous, truly terrifying places in the entire universe, as I was about to find myself living inside the minds of 5 12-year-old girls.